Hey! So, I got into my first car accident. I'm totally fine, by the way. And to be fair, I've had my license for like 4 years now. So, the fact that this is my first one should tell you that I'm a fairly decent driver. Now, by accident, I mean something where I had to actually call my insurance, because I've definitely hit my fair share of inanimate objects or dinged someone's car door, but they were totally chill about it. Of course, not everybody is like that. So let me tell you about a couple times when things have gotten kinda wild.
I paid for this car, you stupid bitch, huh? Now you fucking laughing, you stupid bitch. Keep fucking playing with me. I'm not paying with you. I will fuck you up. I know where the fuck you live.
If you didn't know, I live in Texas, and the drivers here are notoriously bad. Like speed demons, pickup trucks trying to run you off the road, and the very real possibility of pissing someone off enough to get shot. Now, my general approach to driving is super cautious. I used to transport animals in my car, I used to drive my grandma around to appointments, so I always try and drive like I'm carrying precious cargo. You know, I always stay 5 miles under the speed limit. I slow to a stop at red lights, and I sure as hell use my turn signals. But in my experience, apparently, I am the odd one out. My first real exposure to the social dynamics of driving came when I was working in, well, let's say it wasn't the nicest part of town. I was teaching at a school where most of the kids were experiencing some stage of poverty. Basically, it was the part of town where construction started but never stopped, GPS had trouble working, and people were not afraid to get in your face if you pissed them off. So I was driving home from work when I hit a red light. If you didn't know, in North America, i.e. Canada, the US, Mexico, it is perfectly legal to turn right on a red light as long as you come to a complete stop and if there are no other cars coming. So there I was, stopped at the red and looking both ways before I turned to make sure I didn't hit anybody. I see a car coming, and it's far enough away that I have plenty of room to make my turn. I go to do so, and right as I'm completing the turn, the car that's now behind me speeds up and honks at me for getting in front of them. That's whatever, right? Except that car takes it a step further, pulls ahead of me in the next lane, and swerves in front of me, so I am directly looking into their passenger side. The window rolls down, and it's some guy and his girlfriend who is cursing me out and pointing her finger at me. Now, thankfully, there were no other cars around, so I just hid behind my sunglasses and stared straight ahead, waiting for the light to change as this woman is yelling at me. The light turns green, and they thankfully speed off in a direction that I was not headed in. Because, you know, I've had people follow me. Get pissed off enough to trail down my car just so they could flip me off or honk at me some more. Like this one time, I was coming home from the library, I think. I don't remember, but I was coming home in a direction that I usually don't go in. So there's an intersection where I live that is super busy. It's better if I just draw it out, but essentially it's 2 major streets, a shopping center, and then the side road that I'm on. Now, the side road turns into oncoming traffic, and it's at an angle where the lanes sort of blend together, so it's hard to judge which car is in which lane and whether or not they could hit me. So I'm stopped, waiting for a break in traffic to turn, and this guy in a red car pulls up behind me. I'm still waiting, cars are driving past, and the guy behind me starts honking at me to move. Again, I'm at a place where I can't accurately judge which lane these cars are in until they pass me. So sorry, I'm being cautious and not risking the very real possibility of getting hit just to please this guy, who's now getting so impatient. I can see him slamming his steering wheel in frustration and yelling from my rearview mirror. There's finally a break in the cars, and I make my turn. This guy proceeds to follow me, cursing at me as he pulls up next to me, and I actually don't pay him any mind until he starts following me home. And that's freaking terrifying, right? I'm 19 at this time, and by myself, and some 30-year-old man with obvious anger issues is tailing me from stoplight to stoplight. What I end up doing is passing my neighborhood entirely because I do not want this man to know where I live. So I just keep on driving. This guy follows me all the way to the freeway, and the only reason I managed to lose him is because other cars were there. And I'm not gonna think about what might have happened otherwise because I don't need any more anxiety-filled nightmares keeping me awake. So this is the part where it turns into a bit of a PSA because I was extremely lucky that the guy I hit was super nice about it and that nobody got hurt. I get it. Having to deal with other people, especially in a giant metal machine that could kill somebody, is frustrating and aggravating, and it makes you get a bit intense and emotional. But seriously, do not drive angry. Pay attention, because at the end of the day, all those other cars on the road are people too. So I know this was short, but your girl has been going through it lately, and the next couple videos I have planned out will definitely be longer, but they might be on the more heavy side, just because apparently when I think a story is funny, in hindsight, it actually ends up being traumatic, and I want to make sure that those stories are treated with grace and thought, so they're gonna take a bit longer. But that's it for now. I will see you guys when I see you. So yeah, bye!